Welcome back, YouTubers. Welcome back. Sorry we've been gone for a while, but we're back, and it's Father and Son's Train Room, and I'm Tommy, and this Mr.
Cody.
We're back today. This has been a long project for us. You know, we're real busy outside, working in the yard, working at the barn, and everything else, and got work going on. We kind of got behind on the layout, but we're going to try to get back into it. We're going to at least try to get one video a week up anyway. And maybe as the year goes on and we get stuff caught up around the house, maybe we can get up to 2 videos a week. But right now, let's try to get one a week. We got a lot of stuff going on here in the train room. Last time we left, we was putting on the tunnel ports, and I was going to start the tunnel walls, plastering of the tunnel walls. Well, I made them video clips, and we had some trial and error in it, but we learned a lot. And I'm going to put them in this video, and we're going to come back and do a little bit of painting the tunnel walls. I'm sorry, not the tunnel ports, but the tunnel walls. And once we get to that point, then we're going to end the video for today. But we're thinking about maybe trying to do not just a work layout video, but maybe talk about railroading in a sense, maybe like a little blog or something every now and then. Cody here, he's got some sirens, tornado sirens, fire sirens, and he'll like to sit down and talk to you about it on a video coming up. And we're going to slowly put them together, get them ready. They're our HO scale, so they'll fit right on our buildings once we get to the buildings.
Well, we can actually do 2 separate mounts, like we can put them on a pole or put them on a building. I'm at least thinking of one that I'm absolutely sure of putting on a building, and I'm going to tilt the horn of it.
Okay.
Like the 1951 prototype of it.
Alright. Well, anyway, you might hear a dog in the background every now and then. We have a pup in the basement right now, and if you hear that, just ignore that. Let's pause the video for a second, and I'll bring y'all back to the train table here and show you all what's going on the layout. Be back soon. Welcome back, YouTubers. Father and Son's Train Room. I'm Tommy, and this is Mr.
Cody.
We're here today. We're talking about the tunnel ports today. Talked about this in previous videos about how the Woodland Scenic just wants you to glue down styrofoam going around the tunnels. And right here I have my Woodland Scenic's tunnel plaster mold right here. We're going to do a couple of these. I'm going to mix the plaster. We're going to set the plaster. Now it takes 20-30 minutes to dry. I'm going to come back and do another one. We'll do one on camera, one off camera. Then once they're good and dry, I'm going to go ahead and put the piece that goes across, the plaster paper goes across the top, get it set and dried. And then we're going to decide if we want to do this or if we want to go ahead and continue doing with the, as the instruction says, using the styrofoam. I think we're going to go with this. The styrofoam gives you support, so we're probably going to have to come in still behind it and put in the styrofoam. This is only going to go in probably 1 or 2. Back there in the back there, you really ain't going to see much, so you know it might be just 1. But now right here in the front, we're probably going to have 2 of these side by side, maybe even 3. I don't know yet. But we're going to pause the video, bring it closer, and I'm going to show you about how I want to mix this up. Be right back. Welcome back, YouTubers. Tell you what I did. I went down to my local Dollar General. I got me some stainless steel dog bowls. Got 2 of them. Got me like a little cake cutter that you plastic. Then I got me a spatula. I'll tell you guys, this right here is it. This is it. Taking learned a little trick. I got 4 of them done now. They're sitting over there drying. I'll show it to you in a second. Anyway, we'll pour a little water. Just kind of eyeballing. I'm still eyeballing. I'm not measuring nothing. This is just eyeballing. Mix my powder in. While you're mixing this stuff will start setting. Once you stop mixing, it will start setting. So what I've been doing is I'm actually leaving it a little runny and then let it set. Let it set. Now I don't want to be soup, you know, that's just soup. But I do a little mix at a time. I don't, still not doing a whole lot at one time. Once this stuff mixes in water and that air hits it, it starts setting pretty quick. Trial and error. I probably went through 2 or 3 of them before I really started figuring it out. So, you know, practice makes it better for you. So you're going to probably mess up the first couple times if you've never done any plaster. But now you still want plenty to have to make your mold. I got a little scrap bowl over here that I put all my excess scrap in. I'll throw it away in a minute. And I find about 20 minutes in the mold, and then you can take that mold and just push your fingers up against it and it breaks right loose. I don't know if it's because I'm putting the wet water that helps, but I won't continue using the wet water. There you go. And now it's thicker. If I let that sit for about 4 or 5 minutes, maybe not even that long. Tell you what, we'll just bring the mold over here. Now this stainless is so easy to clean, so easy to clean. Set that to the side. 2 or 3 little sprays. You can see that it's starting to set. Let that sit for a minute. You can see little air bubbles coming up. Just kind of like I said, pancake batter. So you don't want it peanut butter. If you get it to peanut butter, it's going to dry before you can even get it spread inside the mold. So it's starting to thicken up. You can see that on the camera. It's getting there. We'll wait just a second. I bought a few other things. Bought me a metal pan. It's actually come with a plastic lid. I'm going to use that, put my water in to put my plaster cloth in. That's going to make things a lot easier. I got me a little cutting board. I got a little knots, a little of this, a little bit of that. There we go. Look at that. Just like pancake batter. And you can take your little spatula thing here. I guess you call that an icing, where you spread icing on your cake or something. And you just start spreading that around. Get it down all the cracks and crevices. See, it ain't running down the mold, it's just sitting there. I have to force it. That's what you want. Make sure it's all over. Take the excess, get it off my spatula. But I'll just tell you, that stainless steel bowl, I got a little bucket right here in my other room. I just walk back there and I dip it down in that bucket. And I mean, it's clean. I think these bowls are like $2 a piece at your Family Dollar. And if you're anywhere around the South, we got Family Dollars everywhere. Alright, 20 minutes. 20 minutes is all that takes. I'm going to zoom in just a little bit so you can see it. That's it. Nice and smooth on the outside. And I took that and I smashed it down up against the inside of that real good. And I'll show you what I have right here. Set this to the side. This one's still curing. I set it up on the edge like that right there, off to the side. Let plenty of air get around it. And it will dry up and harden up real good. If you can hear that. Still wet. But now the one we done previously, one that the corner nicked on right there, it's dry, ready to go. All I gotta do is paint it. We'll trim off the edges right here, sand them down flat, so when we put them side by side in there, maybe they'll work out real good. And then again, I might not do it, but put one on each side. That's yet to be determined. I want to go ahead and get 4 of these. Well, I'm probably going to do 4 more because I got 4 total tunnels and ports, so we get 4 of them, 4 more of them made up. Then I'm going to go ahead and paint 2 of them, put my plaster cloth on them, and I'm going to test fit them because I'm going to bring you around and let you see. As you can see right there inside the tunnel, on your instructions for this, it's supposed to go right up against the right to this side. It's actually supposed to go against the track itself like that. Okay, well that's not going to work, because then I don't know. We're going to see. We're going to have to do a little experimenting with it. Make sure our passenger cars will go through, because you know, like I said, them are the longest ones we have. But if that'll work, that's what we're going to do. So, hope y'all enjoyed this series. Next time I come back, we'll have the it glued on, I hope, and some painting done, and we'll talk about how to install them. Till then, keep model railroading. Bye bye. Quick note. Do not wash your plaster stuff in the sinks. Take this stuff outside. Wash it out with your water hose, outside spigot. Have somewhere to throw away the excess. But do not, repeat, do not wash in your sinks, your bathtubs, your toilets, anything in the house. That plaster will clog up the plumbing. So never wash any type of plaster in your house. Always take it outside to do your cleanup work. I went ahead and discarded my excess, so when I get ready to start again, I'll have a fresh, clean bowl. But keep that in mind. You'll be calling the plumber, and that's going to be costly. It's still setting and drying. I'll be right back. Alright, welcome back, YouTubers. We have one of our tunnel walls here that's not been painted or prepped. We'll talk about how we're going to prep it up a little bit. We got these little rough, jagged edges right here. Hard to see, but you can see right there we're going to smooth these little edges off. It's going to help taking when we hook them together like this one right here. It's going to help form it together. Now I got me a little tray right here I use to catch all my trash. I just take, you ain't gotta have a sharp knife, but you just want to, remember kids let you have adult supervision when you're doing this. Don't want to get cut. Just flatten it out, nice and smooth. It's just real easy to smooth out. You can do it with a sandpaper if you want. See, it's got a pretty good little lip right there. Just run it flat across through there, and like that. That's ready to go. The bottom really doesn't matter if you're not going to see it, but I'm here, might as well do it. And the top, make sure it's good and smooth and flat, and that's pretty much it. You're ready for paint. So we'll just step this to the side. Now, went to my local store here in town, Walmart, and we just picked up some regular acrylic paint. Just got black, and all I do is take squirt out onto it. You ain't got to get a whole lot. Just kind of cover it up, and I'm using a sponge brush for this, and just start getting your top surface done. Like so. And then you take your sponge brush and just start dabbing inside those little pockets and get all that white covered in black.
And then it turns out really, really good.
Mm-hmm. Now we're not worried about painting the back side. We do want to get the edges though, because you probably see some of the edges whenever you, just like that. And on the edges, just take and run your brush across the bottom right there. You're gonna get some paint on you. Now make sure you're wearing old clothes, and don't be rubbing the paint all over yourself. Have some paper towels ready and some water. This comes off pretty quick, as long as you do it as soon as you get it on you. If you let it sit, it's a little tougher to get off. And there you have it, folks. We have a tunnel port ready to be fastened together with our plaster cloth. And I'm going to let this dry for a few minutes. It don't take long to dry, and we'll be right back. Alright, welcome back, YouTubers. Got our 2 tunnel walls ready. I got them standing up. Got them lined up here. It ain't got to be perfectly straight up and down, but you can just square them up a little bit and make it better. Now I went ahead and got my plaster cloth over here. Got it in the water ready to go. Remember, we're going to do the bumpy side up whenever we lay the cloth. Now I want to try to get it about half and half. It can be a little less on one side and more on the other, so okay. Yeah. Now this plaster cloth, when it touches this plaster, that plaster that we just painted will suck up the water. So you got to be ready. You got to be fast. Remember, keep your fingers good and wet. Don't hurt. Do a little. Just keep it good and wet. Rub that plaster around. Now it's still the same strips that I cut in the previous video. I mean, we cut a bunch of strips. I cut that whole roll up in I think that was 4 inches, and these plaster walls are 4 inches wide, so it fits just perfect. And what this is for, so later on, when we glue it in, we're only gonna glue in one side. One side will be glued to the side of the track, and the other side will be able to raise up and down and able to get in there and work if we need to get in there and work. Bring it a little closer to the water. There we go. That good and wet.
Whoops. That was a random occurrence.
And we'll just let that sit there and dry.
Well, technically it doesn't matter since nothing spilled out.
Alright, fine. We got some little work tables going here. Dry that up a little bit. Now here's one I've already got done. As you see. Now once this dried, that is folds right up and Thomas can come right on through.
Or any kind of engine, unless it's not HO scale or bigger than HO scale.
Yeah, well, if it's the O scale, then we'd have to use the other piece to make it bigger. So since it's we're doing HO, we don't have to worry about that. But yeah, O scale wouldn't fit through there. G scale wouldn't fit through there. But anything HO and other would. So there you have it. So what we're going to do next is, while that one's drying, I'm going to go ahead and do a pre-test myself over here on one of the tunnel walls. Figure how we're going to try to mount this. And we'll do a semi-gluing. And then if it works out, we'll come in at full glue. And then I'm going to come in with the next tunnel port and bring y'all back. And we'll look at that. See you soon. Well, I hope y'all enjoyed this episode. Next episode we're going to do is we're going to start trying to install the tunnel walls. It's right there against the tunnel port here. We're going to have to do modifications because, you know, it's going into a turn. You know, if it's going to a straight, it's going to be easy. But once it starts going into a turn, then you're going to have to modify them tunnel walls to fit to make it look good going through. Who knows, I might mess up and might have to come up with a different idea. I don't know yet, but hopefully we'll get all this figured out soon. But please subscribe and like and comment anything you like down below. If you have any suggestions and tips for me, would appreciate it. If you want any other information about our layout in the future or have any questions for us, we'll be reading the comments and we'll get back to you as soon as possible. Thank you for watching. See you next time.